Well, hello there. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to A Medieval Civilization here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. And welcome to all of our new subscribers, and welcome our visitors, and welcome back to our current subscribers as well. I hope you're having a safe and wonderful week. Believe it or not, today is the date of this episode is December 11th, 2023. So, as you can guess, you probably got another week or so before the holiday. And I do hope everybody has wonderful travel plans, and I'm hoping everybody will have a safe and happy holiday for those who do celebrate the holidays. So, as you know, the usual descriptions are in the description of the video, and let's get right to it, shall we? I was looking out over this beautiful view, realizing we are actually in an area that's not very forested. And that's okay, it happens. Anyway, let's grab our coffee, our donuts from our favorite coffee and donut shop, and let's get to it. Alright, I'm going to down here and let's see, do I have my, no, I do not. Okay, down here. Need to go down here. Let's grab ourselves some food first of all. We are going to have to go out and grab some supplies today, so it's gonna be one of those things where we're going to be working on that a lot today too. As you remember in the last episode, we started working on our tavern, a local, I guess what they call it in Europe is a pub, but this is going to be our tavern / pub, and that's okay. We're gonna work on that, but in order for us to do that, we're gonna need supplies. I'm thinking, though, in order for us to do what we need to do, do plank wall, with a window, plank wall with doorway. Alright, let's try this. Let's see if we can't get this to do what we would like. Oh, wait a minute. So, I woke up this morning. I went to start recording, and discovered that the cord on my headphones broke. So I'm only getting sound in one of my headphones, one of my earpieces. So it does have a plus, okay. That's what I thought. So yeah, so I'm only getting half the sound. Grab some planks. And I put in an order for new headphones, so hopefully they'll get here later this week. But yeah, that I don't know how that happened. It happened though. Okay, obviously that's not the one we want. There we go. Got the one we want now. Oh, I need plank. That's right. Yeah, so there is that little problem. Hopefully I'll have that fixed in the next couple of days. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So yeah, so if I'm trying to hear things and seem a little distracted, it's just because the headset this morning. But yeah. All right, let's make up some planks real quick. We'll make up some planks and we'll take care of that. See what else. I've been working on our website, on the channel website. I can't wait to bring that online and show you guys the cool stuff. Maybe I'll get I have to obviously do some work this week, but I get the holiday weeks off usually, so hopefully I'll get to finish that up. I think a wall with window would be right. Put that there. All right, let's build up these walls. Oops. Whoops. Need more planks. This is going to be one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to need all the planks we can get. And this is why we're going to be doing a lot of going out and getting supplies, because I just didn't have time to do it off camera like I had promised I would. So I do apologize for that, but it does happen. So I hope you guys have, as I said, I do hope you guys have a safe and happy holiday week vacation that's upcoming for you. And I hope it is safe, and I hope you can be with your family and enjoy times with your family and all that good stuff. For those of you that don't have that ability, well, we may be doing a holiday stream too. I don't know yet. I will try to let you know ahead in advance if we're going to, but there's probably a pretty good chance that we will. I just had to, I did see my recording software did have a notification that I can do multi-streaming now, so we should be able to do it to hopefully the Twitch channel and to YouTube, so to the YouTube channel. So we'll see what we can do about that. I need to test that, so I might do a test stream on that later this week to see how that works. But yeah. So there will be that. I'll let you know the schedule as we get a little closer. Obviously, the episode schedule should be out. The scheduled episode should be out on time during the holiday, so you guys at least will have videos to watch. I don't foresee there being an issue with me getting those recorded, so at least you'll have videos to watch if there's no live stream. But we'll try to do a live stream. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. Make up some planks here. And yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go with it from there, right? Okay, there's... All right. My cat's being weird. I can hear her over there. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna put the bar here. And these put in first. Of course, we're gonna need planks. We're gonna need planks galore, my friends. So yeah, I don't know how I broke my headphones, but this does happen, and a lot of times it's because the wiring inside the cord is not strong enough to bend properly. And it ends up breaking the wires inside, and so when the wires break and crack and whatever, it when the cord moves around, it causes the connection to break and whatnot. And that's kind of, manufacturers need to learn how to actually make their wires so that they're flexible and that they're durable and won't break like that and won't come out of the earpiece. You know, they think that they have it solved with these little control points, you know, little points where they put these little plastic things in place for control buttons or whatever. And it really doesn't work. It just causes more problems. And I think that's what's happened here, is that I must, when I moved the wiring, when I moved around the other day, I must have busted the wire connection inside. Unfortunately, that's just how cheap products are these days. You know, it's not like it was back in the 80s and 90s where, you know, products are actually worth the value of the price that they were sold for. So, hopefully my new headset won't have that problem. I've seen a couple of reviews for it where the person said that the cord had broken, but you know, just I don't know if that should count against a headset these days, because to be honest, it's the way manufacturers are thinking. They're trying to cut corners. They're trying to get things passed through the inspection and quality assurance process so that they can sell it and make money. And that always ends up being a problem because, you know, they're in their quest to make money and make profit, they're putting out bad products. And bad products get on the shelves, and that makes them look bad. So they're not really thinking things through. And that's what happens when you have these major conglomerates. And that's why you should never really have major conglomerates like this. Because, you know, you end up getting stuff that's not worth the price. They overprice it because they have to make a profit in order to not fail. And the reality is, just like a bank, there is a point where a company can become too big to fail. Anyway, that's my rant. I know you guys don't. I know this is not a channel where we get involved in all the politics and everything, but when it intersects with software development, in gaming, I feel I can at least comment from the perspective of somebody who develops games and whatnot. So, anyway, that's just my rant. And I got the rant done early this time. For some reason, my timer system stopped. Okay, there it goes. I probably accidentally stopped it. Oh well. There comes one of my notifications. I gotta figure out how to turn those, keep those from coming into the audio. So if you heard my notification system, I'm sorry about that. So anyway, there is that. And let's see. I did look for the Forester's mods, on the Steam Workshop, and I couldn't find any. I looked. They're probably there, and I just don't know the name of the mod, so. But I'm sure it's there. I just gotta find it. And I know Matt Gabin had suggested the Lime production mod, and I do have that mod. I just need to test it. I know I keep saying that. I just need to test it and see what happens. Off camera first, because I don't want to break the game. It's too much of a hassle to keep breaking games and whatnot. So. I think one of the things we're going to have to do is build a bridge over the river there to get to the other shoreline so that we can actually get more wood. That might be something we're going to have to do. See, they still haven't fixed the hit point thing. So I had a comment the other day about medieval engineers from somebody, and I do enjoy your comments, and I apologize that I responded to your comment a bit late. I do like to respond to the comments, and I do enjoy interacting with everybody. But I did happen to see that comment a little bit late, and I do apologize for that. But the comment was that I'm probably the only one making gameplay videos for medieval engineers right now, and that may be true. I don't think I've seen any other YouTubers actually, content creators on YouTube actually making videos from gameplay of medieval engineers lately. And a lot of that is because content creators often will move to new and current games that are currently in development, and that's usually why. It doesn't mean that they aren't probably playing the game off camera. Some probably are. I play my games off camera and on camera because I like them. But that would be why. Medieval Engineers went out of development for a while. Keen Software House actually stopped development there for a good while, which, in my humble opinion, I thought was a big mistake. I think Merrick made a very bad mistake there, because Medieval Engineers is a game that people did like at the time, and it did have support from its modding community. Now, it is back in development, but it is being developed collaboratively between Keen Software House and the modding community and the authors of the various mods for Medieval Engineers that are part of that. So it is back in development. Its development seems to be very slow very slow right now, and it doesn't really seem to be changing all that much like I had hoped it would. But it is back in development, so it may just take time for people to realize, for content creators who like Medieval Engineers and wanted to have it on their channels, it may take some time for them to realize that it is back in development. And that's okay. That's okay. But I do hope you enjoy the content that I provide for this game and for other games on the channel. If you have a suggestion for a game that you think might be good on the channel, you know, be sure to make those suggestions, and I will gladly look at that. It obviously has to meet my criteria, but I'm always happy to hear from my community what you guys want to see on the channel too, and I believe wholeheartedly that you guys should have a say in ideas for the content on the channel. So, you know, feel free to leave your comments and suggestions about what you want to see on the channel. But that is my response to that comment. And there probably are other content creators on YouTube that are making videos of current gameplay on Medieval Engineers. But it is true, I haven't really seen all that many. I know Matt Gabin was going to do some tutorial videos on Medieval Engineers, but I know that they've run into some technical issues, so they're not able to right now. But I know that is something that's in the works. But yeah, this is kind of one of those games that's turning into a niche game, kind of like Stationeers that is a niche game. The only difference was between Medieval Engineers and Stationeers in respects to being having the more current gameplay is Stationeers probably has more of the current gameplay on YouTube, at least. So yeah. But I like Medieval Engineers, and I like Space Engineers. I do think Keen Software House does a good job with their games. There are things that they do and say and do that I really don't agree with. And discontinuing development of Medieval Engineers, I think, was a really stupid mistake. But hey, you can't always blame corporate officers, because I can tell you, as myself, as a corporate executive who owns my own company, I'm prone to making stupid mistakes too at a corporate level, and I think this just happens to be one that Merrick made. But you know, it's back in development. It may take time for that to trickle down to everybody, but you know, check it out. You know, you never know. You might like it. I am thinking of trying to do a Stationeer series on the channel, but yeah, I really haven't gotten the hang of the game mechanics of that game yet. I really haven't. I may just do a gameplay video on it so you guys can see how badly I screw that up. Because I know I will. Anyway, but there is that. So yes, but thank you for the comment. I do enjoy, as I said, I do enjoy responding to your comments and interacting with you guys. And I do apologize that there was a delay in my response to that comment. Oh, I'm out of planks again. I make some more. So there is that. So, yeah. But anyway, keep those comments coming. Keep your ideas and suggestions and feedback coming. I do enjoy reading your comments and interacting with you. And I can't wait to interact with y'all in live chat, too. On our live streams. So. Yeah, I think we are going to end up having to do a bridge over to... I think we will end up having to do a bridge over to the other shore. Getting dark in the game. Hoping to be able to finish up these walls. We'll finish the walls and then we'll quickly do our sleep bit there and figure out what we want to do. This may be the one time where we may, because we're going to need a lot more supplies, this may be the one time I put it in creative mode, just so we can fly around to different places. Get resources that we need. So another game that will be coming to the channel soon, in the new year, by the way, is called Ostriv. It is a game that's made by one gentleman. It's a one-person development team, but he does an outstanding job with it, and it's set back in, I think, the 1700s, but it's a game that's more like Banished. And we might actually bring Banished onto the channel. Banished is a city builder, but it's more of like it's more like a medieval city builder. But the difference is that Banished is no longer in development, as far as I know. But Ostriv is kind of like the new version, Banished in that sense. So that's probably, Ostriv is probably going to be coming to the channel in 2024. So that one is definitely... I don't know what the first episode date of that's going to be yet, but that one's probably going to be coming to the channel. There's another one that... And there is also another game that is... I think it's in early access. It might have actually released already. Alright, I can't see. We'll do our sleep bit. There's another game that was made by the individual who came up with the original the Settlers game. The original. We're not talking about the current ones. We're talking about the very originals that you could play in the early 2000s. That individual has developed a new game. It's called, I think it's called Patagonia or something like that. I need to look it up. But yeah, he's back making games, and I always liked the Settlers. I was always a fan of the original one. And so I'm excited to see that game come on the channel. That's going to be a game I will be bringing onto the channel as well. So when I saw that he was back making games, and I saw somebody else, another content creator making that game, I said, oh my goodness, I got to bring that game onto the channel. So yeah, there is that. Okay, we got these walls done. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's put... Let's... I think I'm going to put it... Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Oh, I need a hammer. Guess we gotta go make a mallet. Anyway, so yeah, that's a game that's gonna be coming onto the channel probably in the... near future, in the short term. My plan is to have that on the channel for 2024. Oh, I have a hammer. Okay, there we go. I don't need to make one. I forgot I had made plenty of that. Anyway, so that's going to be coming to the channel, and when I saw, like I said, when I saw that game, I was really excited. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. That works. Let's get some stairs into the situation here. I think it's because I need timber. I think it's because I need timber and I don't have timber. Timber! So yeah, so that's a game coming. There's another one. There's another one coming too that I was going to tell you about. Trying to think of the name of it now. Okay, that's all the logs timber we can make. So we're out of logs. We're gonna have to go get some. But yeah, you know, there's a couple of other games along with City Skylines 2, obviously, that are going to be coming to the channel. In addition, obviously, to obviously, to Space Engineers and Medieval Engineers and Farming Simulator 22. Let's see, let's get these floors in place. Okay. Now I may end up putting floor here, but let me think about that first. Yeah, let me think about that. There's that darn build compound bug. Okay, we're at a plank. And the only reason why I'm doing the planks right now this way is make them is just because I want to keep us moving. I don't know that we'll get the whole floor done, but it's okay. So, it's too bad I couldn't find a forester's mod. Basically what a forester would do in medieval times is they'd plant trees as to replace the trees that were cut down and whatnot. Herbalists would go into the forest to gather mushrooms and other herbs and whatnot to make medicines and things like that. So, and I think at some point, I think they ended up calling that an I can't even say it, apothecary or something like that. I can't even pronounce it right now. But yeah. And if you're hearing those notifications, I do apologize. Need to really mute those, I guess. Get these planks made. Got a floor to build. I really wish Keen Salter House would come out with ancient engineers. Or maybe, you know, like a civilization engineers where you choose the civilization and you have to do the research and move yourself toward the modern day with that civilization or something, but have it have the components of medieval and space engineers in it. Something like that. That might actually be a cool game. Yeah, actually, that might actually be a cool game. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Nothing like a good cup of coffee, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoy my coffee. People accuse me of being a grouch when I don't have my coffee when I wake up in the morning. It's like, yeah, I probably am. Anyway, don't let that worry you. 'Let's just continue making planks so that we know we have enough. Because I'd like to get this floor built, at least in this episode. Try that. Okay. That's where we're out. So let's go ahead and make some more planks. Try to get this floor done. Making up these planks. Just dawned on me, we haven't harvested our berries, our berry crop yet. So, let's see. Get this floor done. Hopefully. And then see where we go from here. Alright, so that's all the planks we can make right now. Okay, and that's all the planks we have. So, it kind of means we have to go after supplies now. Really? Okay. Oh, I know why. Okay. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's oh, I got a tree growing there. Cool. Cool beans. Rocks. Trees are growing up. So, for those who don't know, trees do technically just randomly spawn in and grow. I don't know at what intervals though, to be honest. Same with tomatoes. Same with all the like pumpkins and mushrooms and stuff like that, and berries and whatnot. They've got it so that those spawn in at random. And that's okay. Because the game will always provide for us in the long term. And I'm guessing they probably did it that way just because it was, well, they believed at least that it was probably simpler to do it that way. Thought that was really, stones don't have to grow. So yeah, they team did actually do it that way. I don't know if it's the best way to do it, but does seem to work. At least I'll have some stone. Trees popping up over here, that's good. let that stay. I'm going to intentionally let these trees grow. That can jumpstart a forest over here for us. We need to eat from the forest. So yeah, I'm going to let these trees actually grow and whatnot. I'm not going to touch these. I do kind of fancy having a little bit of a forest in our village. Alright, let's go grab something to eat. Okay. Let's see what happens when we harvest our berries. Now this will be an interesting experiment to see if I have to replant them. Because I don't know if I do. I've never done it. I've never actually done this. I've always foraged for my berries and whatnot. So, in this game. So this is going to be an interesting little experiment. And I love experimenting in games like this. In theory, I should not have to replant them now. Mushrooms you might have to. Now that I think about it. There we go. Alright, so we'll leave these growing and we'll see what happens. Didn't I plant mushrooms too? I could have swore I did. Alright, so we'll leave those growing. Yeah, I'm thinking we should keep a little bit of a forest here. The forest up there. Well, I think that's the forest we were in earlier. Last episode. I think. It might not actually be a bad idea to leave this one too, actually. See what we got here. I think it might be new, fairly new. Alright, we need logs. Let's start. Oops. That's why you... Be careful, because these trees can kill you when you cut them down. I actually like that, though, that mechanic. This, yeah, it could happen, actually, in the real world, so... That dump. Oh good, at least I have some axes. Okay, let's... It's kind of funny how this one's standing there. Oh, it was hiding that tree. Okay. I see. We're gonna need material for thatch anyway, so. The ironic part about medieval engineers is that they seem to have gotten the grass textures from medieval engineers. They seem to have gotten the grass textures right. Grab that stone over right here. With this tree. Okay, there we go. The grass texture in medieval engineers does look better than the grass texture, I hate to say it, than the earlier version of Space Engineers. The grass textures in Space Engineers now aren't too bad, really. They could be better, of course, but they're not bad. Grab those berries over right here. And I'm going to be very interested to see if our berries grow back now that we've harvested. That will be interesting to see. Kind of why I like doing experiments like that, because you're actually learning about the game too. And I honestly... Where did that tree go? Ah, it's right there. And I honestly don't... I honestly don't know many people that'll at least admit that they like to experiment with the games. They probably do, but I often find people rage quit playing a game because they don't understand it and because they're not willing to take that opportunity to actually experiment and learn about a game. For example, last night I happened to know a friend of mine was telling me that their kid rage quit Fortnite for whatever reason. I really don't understand what the attraction to Fortnite is, but I don't play Fortnite. I never will. Sure, there's some attraction for kids to that game, but it baffles the imagination what that might be. Excuse me. Excuse me. Apologize. So, yeah. Now, I also had a question from someone, who asked me if I think that with John Riccatello leaving Unity Technologies, if I think things will go back to the way they were. They probably will, to some degree. The new fee structure is not necessarily a bad thing, except for that per install fee. I think they need to get rid of that, and I think they probably will over time. It was not rolled out correctly, and unfortunately, Mr. Riccatello does have a habit of doing that, of getting things messed up, and he really should have come out and taken responsibility for that instead of leaving someone else to do that job for him. But I think the reason why that happened, why they had the CEO of Unity Creative come out, was probably because they knew that by having John Riccatello come out, it would have just made things a lot worse. So I think that's why they did it. And I think they were already thinking internally of getting rid of him in the process. So I could be wrong. But that's just my thinking. But yeah, I think Unity Technologies will be all the better for him leaving. Let's get rid of this stuff because we know it's not gonna grow back. Get rid of these two as well. I think you still can get sticks from these stumps. But it doesn't actually tell you if you are or not anymore. Which is annoying. I may as well make a couple of these. Let's make enough axes so that I don't have to keep making them. So yeah, I do think Unity Technologies will be fine. I think people will be okay with going back to it. You know, and there's things that they'll have to work out now. The board of directors will have to work out along with corporate executives as to how to fix the problem that got created. But I think they will. I think they know that that was a really stupid idea, and you know, to do that. So yeah, I think you know, people who are worried about using Unity, I think you're going to be fine, to be honest with you. I'm not like some of these other people that'll say, well, you should just jump ship right away. I don't use Unity myself, obviously. So, you know, I'm not like a Unity supporter, but I'm not against Unity either. I also think Unity has to learn that they really should have another mistake that they made, and I don't know who was responsible for it, but it's always better when you have a problem as a corporation. You have a PR, public relations problem that got like Unity Technologies had here. The worst thing you can do from a public relations standpoint is go to a Unity-friendly streamer or content creator and get them to interview you, because the problem is they're never going to ask the tough questions. They're going to try to make it look like they're asking the tough questions, but they never will. And I think that was a very big mistake to do that the way they did it. I understand why they did it. They were trying to get out ahead of the bad publicity from all this. But that was, you know, getting ahead of that publicity after how they handled it in the first place. That was never going to happen. They were never going to get out ahead of that. So I really do hope, and I'm speaking not as a gamer right now. I'm speaking as somebody that owns my own company. I'm the chair of the board of directors of the company. I'm the president of the company. And so I know how this works, right? I know how this can look. And I really do hope that the corporate executives, the corporate officers at Unity Technologies are looking at this, at the mistakes that got made here. And I hope their board of directors is too. Because this is a good learning a good learning moment for them as to what not to do in the future. Because they lost a lot because of this. And I don't think it was intentional. I don't want to like say that John Riccatello did it intentionally. I don't think he did. I think he was trying to figure out a way for them to make more money to cover their costs and cover their debts. Because when you're a public company, you do have debts to shareholders too. So I think that he was trying to do that, and I think he just overshot. He's made this mistake before when he was the CEO at Electronic Arts, but, you know, that's usually not because he's a bad CEO. It's just usually more of a, you know, failing to understand what you have, right? It's the failing to understand that at the end of the day, I think I'm going to leave this forest now. Yeah, I think I want to leave this be here. It's at the end of the day, it's more of like a situation where they have to learn from it now. Yes, they have to make money to pay their debts, but they have to do it in a way that's not going to cost them money, any more money than they already owe. And that's the mistake that got made here. Is John, for whatever reason, thought that he could get away with doing the install fee, and there was no way that was ever going to happen. But I honestly don't think he realized that was going to be a no-go right from the start. Now, do I think the revenue sharing fee, do I think the creators of these games that use Unity, do I think that they would have been upset over the revenue sharing the revenue percentage sharing? No, I don't. I think they would have been okay with that. I think in this case, I think what really ticked them off was the install fee. Because, you know, the way that came out, it could have bankrupted some of these indie game developers. And if it had, that would have really been Unity's fault. And that's when I say that as a member of a board of directors of a company, or a corporate officer or executive, you have what's called a fiduciary responsibility to that company. And what that means is you have a responsibility to ensure that any decision that you make is not going to do any harm to the interests of that company, whether it be financially or legally. And this would have done, unfortunately, it would have done financial harm. Might have even created some legal problems for them too, but it would have, at the very minimum, caused them some financial risk. So that is what that's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said, I will be doing a video on that as to what I think and what my thoughts are and why I think the way I do and why I might be taking the position that I'm taking on a certain issue. I will be doing a video on it. I did make that promise to you all that I would. I am going to keep that promise. And yes, we will. Whew, almost fell. We will have that conversation about this in more detail. So rest assured that conversation will happen. That video is going to be coming. It's hopefully one of the videos I will try to be able to get out during the holiday break. I may be playing a game while I'm talking about it, though, just so you guys know. But it won't be like for a series or anything like that. It won't be for one of our series. It'll just be me messing around in a game while I'm talking about the whole Unity mess and what I think about it. Well, all right. Let's make some salads. So, yeah, that video will be coming, but that'll be more of like my thoughts on a Unity video. I'll be playing a game while I'm talking about it. And I'll probably just be messing around. It will not be a game. Well, it might be a game that we're using in our series, but it won't be that particular game save that we use in our series, each one of our series. So, for example, if I decide I want to play Space Engineers while I'm talking about Unity, it's going to be just a whole separate world. It's not going to be the world save we're using for our a progressive survival series. Same thing here. Okay, we'll make some salads to make sure we got plenty of that. Now, I will be interested to see if those berries bushes grow back that we planted. I'm thinking they will, though. Yes, we gotta eat our salads. All right, there we go. Let's put our stuff away, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? We know we got you. Don't see any more. Okay, I don't see any more stone. That's good. Let's fill this back up with logs. All right. Let's start making the timbers. There we go. We'll get all this built back up. And this is the fun part, because we're actually Restocking our supplies. Getting this all done. We're still going to need a lot more, so... Okay, there's your timber. All right. Make the rest of this into plank. And we'll go up there quickly and finish up the floor. Alright, let's go finish that floor real quick. Do the sleep. Do our sleep bit first so that we can see. Okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, it might. You're a deer. Now, it's too bad they don't have like a half. They didn't. It's too bad they didn't make a half floor block. I was kind of hoping that they would, but they never did. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that would have been cool if they could have made a half floor block here. But didn't, so I'm left to venture the guess that they probably Didn't think it was going to be a necessity. Put this there. Like you like so. Let's see here. So we know we have to do this one for wooden hell roof. Do I want to do thatch or do I want to do wood? Well, what do you all think? Should we do wood or... All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do is I am going to let you guys tell me. Should we do a thatched roof? Or should we do a wooden roof? If you think we should do a wooden roof, be sure to tell me in the comments. If you think we should do a thatched roof, be sure to tell me that in the comments as well. And I will endeavor to do which one you guys think. How's that sound? So we know we're going to need to do more. Okay. We know we're going to need to do more there. But, yeah, we're getting there. I'm going to put some rooms up here so it can be like a little bit of an inn here as well. And we'll leave it there. And we will this build in the next episode. But, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell notification icon to turn on your notifications so you'll know when the next episode comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your partners, your significant others, your pets, your cat, your pet dog, your pet parakeet, whoever it may be. The more people you share the link with, the more it helps the channel, and the more subscribers and the bigger our community will become. But I do hope you did enjoy today's video. Please be sure to leave your thoughts and ideas, suggestions and comments and feedback in the comments section. I will respond to them. I do enjoy talking with you guys and interacting with you. And please be sure to tell me what you think, whether we should do a thatch roof or a wooden roof or maybe even a tiled roof for our tavern/inn building. I will let you guys tell me what you think about that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next episode of A Medieval Civilization. Happy gaming!